What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the GameFreak. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, better than I've been the last 3 days. I'm just getting over the flu. Missed work the last 2 days, including today. Today was kind of just to make sure I'm okay to stand up, walk around, do physical work, and seem to be all right going outside and doing my normal daily routine on the farm outside. So, unfortunately, back to the real world tomorrow, back to work, and then, Saturday as well. So, today I wanted to go over 5 games that I think kind of got not really blackballed, but overlooked when it comes to the Evercade because, these games come on collection carts. So some games are just kind of overlooked. And I think that these 5 games that I'm about to mention, I just don't think that they received the love they deserved, man. They're really good games, man, and you just don't really hear anybody talking about them. They're awesome games. So let's dive into this list of 5, and you can let me know what you think in the comment section after this video. So let's dive into this. The first game is Avenging Spirit, and this is on the Jellico Arcade 1 cart. In Avenging Spirit, you can possess one of 4 characters that have unique abilities at the start of the game. When you progress to new levels, that library of enemies expands. You have the choice to either attack or possess your enemies. Throughout the levels, you can collect power-ups before facing classic end-of-level bosses. Next, we have Thunderhoop, and this is on the Galco Arcade 1 collection. Now, before buying this cart, I had never even heard of this game, but this run-and-gun platformer sucked me in immediately. With its crisp controls and very animated enemies, it was hard not to enjoy this game. I wasn't expecting much from this game from the name alone, but this is proof that you should never judge a book by its cover, or game in this case. Next, we have Wardner, and this is on the Toaplan Arcade 2 collection. Now, I bought this cart for its flying shoot-em-ups. I never expected that this game would end up being such a heavy hitter on this cart. In this side-scrolling platformer, you control a kid named Dover. Your goal is to rescue your girlfriend who is kidnapped by a warlock. It's a simple story, but a really fun game, and I highly recommend it. Next, we have Tanglewood. Now, this is on the Xenocrisis and Tanglewood dual game cart. I initially bought this cart for Xenocrisis, having never heard of Tanglewood. With this being more of a puzzle style game, I wasn't sure I'd like it, but with it being combined with a platformer style, I ended up loving it. It has a great challenge to it, and I feel this game didn't get talked about enough. It's a really fun game. And finally, we have Thunderhoop 2, and this is found on the Galco Arcade 2 collection. After never hearing of the first one before playing it, I was pretty excited to play part 2, considering I absolutely loved the first one after I finally got to play it. Thunderhoop 2 did not disappoint. This run-and-gun platformer was an absolute blast. The controls, animation, and combat made this an easy standout game on this cart. This game deserves more love for sure. So those are 5 games that I just don't think received the love that they deserved. I mean, they're all really good games, especially them 2 Thunderhoop games. Those games were amazing. I have never heard of those games until I bought the carts. And, at that time when I was buying, pretty much I wanted all the arcade carts. Now I've kind of changed my tone on that because of the Data East 2. I did not buy that. I was like, yeah, I'm just not going to waste money on games that I or a cart that I know I'm not ever going to play. I did do a pre-review on that cart in particular, and I was not impressed with it. Even though I love Data East, that was just a garbage cart in my opinion. But these Galco carts, I didn't know much of any of their games, to be honest. And when I bought them, I was like, man, I've never heard of half of these games. I don't know if I'm going to like them. And then I started playing. I was like, what the hell's Thunder Hoop? I started playing it, and man, it is so much fun. And then the second one, it was like that much better. I mean, it's crazy because a lot of times the sequel or the part two, whatever, sometimes they're just not as good as the original, with an exception to like Red Dead Redemption. Like the second one just blows that away, but in reality, that's a prequel. So really, that's before. But back to the Evercade stuff. Yeah, the Thunder Hoop games were tons of fun. Wardner was a huge shock to me. I've heard of the game, but I didn't know enough about it, so I say that I've really never heard of it because I didn't play it before this cart, the Toa Plan 2. And I was just shocked how much that became like the focal point, to me anyway, on that cart. And I never hear anybody talk about it. Just like I never hear any other content creators talk about Thunder Hoop. Thunder Hoop 1 and 2 is amazing. And that's the reason I put Thunder Hoop 2 at number 1. Those were in order right there. That game is one of my go-to back games. Like I go back to and play that game constantly. I have a blast playing that. But the cart that I think is the most underrated, even though Thunder Hoop 1 or 2 isn't on it, is that Jelco 1 arcade cart. Absolute awesome cart. It has so many like hidden gems. Like I've heard of Avenging Spirits, but this is the first time I actually got to play it like on a console, and I absolutely loved it. I shouldn't say like just recently, but when I got that cart, that Avenging Spirit was awesome. It has so many other great games on it. A couple snoozers that I'm not impressed with, but all in all, that cart is just an underrated cart. But I would love to know you guys' opinions on this. Am I missing some games that you guys would maybe put on this list? I only did a list of 5. I could have done a list of 10, could have done a list of 20, but I was like, I'm just going to do 5 games that I think are just bangers, just banging games, man, that just aren't getting enough love and attention, and they should because they're really good games. So I would love to know what games you would have put on the cart, or if you just agree with this list all in all. I mean, I don't expect everyone to agree with this list, but if you had other ideas, I can't talk right now. Yeah, leave it in the comment section. I would love to know. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out this channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And if you are a content creator, don't forget to type in the word content in the comment sections. That's all you have to do. Type the word content. Content. That easy. We have something on this channel that I like to call the GameFreak Army, and what we do is if we see the word content, we will go to your channel and we will hit that subscribe button because we want to help everyone's channel grow. We want to see you succeed, man. That's what it's all about. We're just here to help each other out, have fun, have a good time. It's not a competition. I always say that. It's not a competition. YouTube shouldn't be a competition. It's just about having a good time and talk about stuff that you like to talk about. In particular on this channel, gaming. I like talking about gaming. I like talking to others about gaming. So feel free to type in that word content. Once again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. And until the next one, game on, everybody.